The push for electric vehicles is accelerating. With each passing day, more and more electric cars are hitting the roads, and the momentum is undeniable. Governments envision a future of silent highways and clean air. They dream of cities where the hum of electric motors replaces the roar of combustion engines and the air is free from the smog of exhaust fumes. They are enacting mandates to phase out gasoline-powered cars. These policies are designed to push manufacturers and consumers towards a greener future. But this vision faces a hurdle: consumer freedom. People value their ability to choose, and not everyone is ready to give up their gasoline-powered vehicles. Many people are hesitant to embrace electric vehicles. They worry about the practicality and reliability of these new technologies. They cite high costs and concerns about charging infrastructure. The price of electric cars can be prohibitive, and the availability of charging stations is still limited in many areas. This essay will explore these concerns. We will delve into the reasons behind the hesitation and examine the challenges that lie ahead. We will examine the hidden costs of electric vehicles, from production to everyday use. This includes the environmental impact of battery production and the energy required to charge these vehicles. The transition to electric vehicles is complex. It involves rethinking our entire transportation infrastructure and supply chains. It involves economic and environmental factors. The shift to electric vehicles is not just about technology, it's about creating a sustainable future. While electric vehicles promise a greener future, their current impact is less clear. We need to understand the full life cycle of these vehicles to truly gauge their benefits. Understanding the full picture is crucial before making a complete switch. We must consider the long-term implications of this transition. We need to consider both the benefits and the drawbacks. Only by weighing all factors can we make informed decisions. Only then can we make informed decisions about the future of transportation. The journey to a sustainable future is complex, but with careful consideration, it is achievable. Electric vehicles are more expensive to produce than traditional gasoline cars. This is due to several factors. One major factor is the battery. Electric vehicle batteries are large and complex. They require rare earth minerals and sophisticated manufacturing processes. These materials and processes are costly. Another factor is the use of lightweight materials. Electric vehicles often use materials like aluminum and carbon fiber. These materials improve efficiency, but they are more expensive than the steel used in traditional cars. The advanced technology in electric vehicles also adds to the cost. This includes electric motors, power electronics, and software. These components are more expensive than their counterparts in gasoline cars. The environmental impact of electric vehicles is a complex issue, often misunderstood by many. While electric vehicles produce zero tailpipe emissions, their production is energy-intensive and resource-heavy. Manufacturing an electric vehicle battery generates a significant amount of carbon dioxide, primarily due to the energy required. This is because of the mining and processing of raw materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel, which are essential for battery production. It also includes the energy required for manufacturing, which often relies on fossil fuels, adding to the carbon footprint. The carbon dioxide emissions from electric vehicle battery production are a significant concern for environmentalists and policymakers. However, it is important to consider the entire life cycle of the vehicle from production to disposal. Electric vehicles have the potential to offset their initial carbon dioxide footprint through years of zero-emission driving. They do this by producing zero tailpipe emissions, which significantly reduces air pollution in urban areas. Over time, electric vehicles can emit less carbon dioxide than gasoline cars, especially if charged with renewable energy. The break-even point, where an electric vehicle becomes more environmentally friendly than a gasoline car, depends on various factors. These factors include the source of electricity used for charging and the driving habits of the vehicle owner, which can greatly influence overall emissions. Transporting electricity is more expensive than transporting gasoline. This is because electricity transmission involves losses. These losses occur over long distances. Gasoline, on the other hand, is energy dense. It can be transported efficiently through pipelines. The cost of transporting electricity affects the price of charging electric vehicles. It also impacts the overall cost-effectiveness of electric vehicles compared to gasoline cars. Additionally, the source of electricity matters. Electricity generated from fossil fuels produces carbon dioxide emissions. This offsets the environmental benefits of driving an electric vehicle. Section 5. The wallet weighs in driving costs. The cost of driving an EV is influenced by several factors. The price of electricity is a major factor. Electricity prices vary widely depending on location and time of day. In some cases, charging an EV at home can be cheaper than buying gasoline. However, public charging stations often have higher prices. Other costs associated with EV ownership include installation of a home charger. This can be a significant upfront cost, taxes and fees. Some jurisdictions impose taxes or fees on EVs. Travel to charging stations. This can be a factor for long-distance travel. Section 6. Innovation on the horizon, the future of EV affordability. The cost of EVs is expected to decrease in the coming years. This is due to several factors. Battery technology is constantly improving. As batteries become more efficient, their cost is expected to decline. Manufacturing processes are also becoming more streamlined. This will lead to lower production costs. Government incentives are another factor driving down EV costs. Many governments offer tax credits or rebates for EV purchases. These incentives make EVs more affordable for consumers. As the EV market grows, economies of scale will also come into play. This will further reduce the cost of EVs. Section 7. Experts speak out, Moore and Mills on EVs and energy. Patrick Moore, a co-founder of Greenpeace, has expressed skepticism about the environmental benefits of EVs. He argues that the mining and processing of raw materials for EV batteries have significant environmental impacts. Moore believes that focusing on energy efficiency and renewable energy sources would be more effective in reducing CO2 emissions. Mark P. Mills, a senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute, has written extensively about the challenges of transitioning to a fully electric transportation system. He argues that the electricity grid is not currently equipped to handle the increased demand from millions of EVs. Mills believes that a more diverse approach, including hybrid vehicles and alternative fuels, is necessary. Section 8. Freedom of choice, the driving force in automotive evolution. The debate over EV mandates versus consumer freedom is complex. Proponents of mandates argue that they are necessary to accelerate the transition to cleaner transportation. They believe that government intervention is crucial in overcoming market barriers and achieving environmental goals. Opponents of mandates argue that they infringe on consumer freedom and distort the market. They believe that consumers should have the right to choose the vehicles that best meet their needs and budgets. They argue that market forces, driven by innovation and consumer demand, will ultimately lead to a cleaner transportation future. Section 9. A balanced approach, navigating the road ahead. The transition to a more sustainable transportation system is essential. As we move forward, it's important to recognize the multifaceted nature of this shift. It's not just about replacing gasoline cars with electric vehicles. It's about rethinking our entire approach to mobility. However, it is crucial to approach this transition with a balanced perspective. We must weigh the benefits and challenges of each option, ensuring that our solutions are both effective and practical. EVs offer potential environmental benefits, but they also come with challenges. These include the need for extensive charging infrastructure and the environmental impact of battery production. These challenges include high production costs, manufacturing emissions, and the limitations of the electricity grid. Addressing these issues requires innovation and investment in new technologies. A balanced approach would involve not only focusing on electric vehicles, but also considering other sustainable options. Continuing to invest in EV technology is crucial. This means improving battery efficiency, reducing costs, and making EVs more accessible to the general public. This includes improving battery technology, reducing production costs, and expanding charging infrastructure. By doing so, we can make electric vehicles a more viable option for everyone. Exploring alternative fuels and technologies is another key component. Hydrogen fuel cells, biofuels, and synthetic fuels all offer promising avenues for reducing our carbon footprint. This includes hydrogen fuel cells, biofuels, and synthetic fuels. Promoting energy efficiency across all sectors is equally important. This includes improving fuel economy in gasoline cars. Even as we transition to new technologies, we must not neglect the vehicles that are currently on the road. Reducing energy consumption in all sectors, from homes to industries, is vital. Every bit of energy saved contributes to a more sustainable future. Respecting consumer freedom is also essential. This means allowing consumers to choose the vehicles that best meet their needs and budgets without imposing one-size-fits-all solutions. The future of transportation is likely to involve a mix of vehicle types. This diversity will help us meet different needs and adapt to various circumstances. This mix will be driven by technological advancements, consumer preferences, and government policies. Collaboration between these sectors is key to achieving our goals. By embracing innovation, respecting consumer freedom, and pursuing a balanced approach, we can create a cleaner, more sustainable transportation system for all. This journey requires effort from all of us, but the rewards will be well worth it.